Hello, my name is Makasy. Hello, my name is Makasy. I am currently going through a bit of an existential crisis slash depression. I'm pushing through it with this recording in the hope that it will get me out of it sooner because I enjoy being productive. But when I'm sad, when I'm in my depression, and when I'm in my existential crisis, I don't enjoy doing what I normally do, which is filming, and I can't even watch shows I like because I just lose interest in doing what I love. So I'm hoping this video doing this will get me out of my depression much faster. What I want to say is that I would like to apologize beforehand if my enthusiasm is not up to par. The script I wrote before I got in my depression, so the line delivery, if you could just bear with me through this even more monotone, just bear with me. Hopefully it's good. This intro is long enough. So today we have a pair of pants from one of my favorite collections of all time, which is the Tecualt collection. I believe I own the two best items from that collection now. I got the Rick Owens jumpsuit, well, three actually. Now I have these amazing Rick Owens Thomas Houseago Megalace trouser. Before we get into the review, I need all of us to get on the same page. So skip to here if you already know about Tecualt and Thomas Houseago. Richard loved to show off his collection at Palais de Tokyo. I'm pronouncing that wrong, my apology. It's in Paris. So for the Tecualt collection, the museum had recently just installed this big sculpture by Thomas Houseago. So Rick decided to incorporate Houseago artwork into his collection and asked him to participate, using his artwork and language into the collection even further. The collection is named after Rick Owens' grandmother, mixed maiden name, pronounced Tecualt. This collection digs deeper into his Mexican heritage from his mother's side, a little bit about his dad and his work as a translator for the Mexican migrant farm workers. Collab with Champion happened because he always saw people wearing them when he visited his family in Mexico in the 70s. I actually like this collection a lot, so I might do a deep dive on it soon because I think it deserves it. So, who is Thomas Houseago? Thomas is noted for using his hand and feet for his sculpture and using material that are widely available. With the Rick Owens shows, it was clay. Rick specifically asked for the clay in his LA studio to be shipped to Paris. Rick saw Houseago performance video in Thomas Musée d'Art Modern show and got the idea for Houseago to do something with clay for his runway. After the runway, the clay would then be given to Le Corps de Beaux Arts in the sculpture department. The Megalace were in reference for his artwork, and the touch of the pants we have today were also inspired by Houseago work. When you put the two side by side, you can see it more clearly. I believe we appreciate the products more when we learn about the inspiration and story behind the garment. So let's learn a bit more about Thomas. In 2003, he left for LA from Britain. He was desperate, broke, his art wasn't being seen by the right people. The museum curator didn't take him too seriously. So his friend Matthew Monahan, an artist friend of his in LA, told him to come sleep on his couch, just get out of Europe, get in a new mindset, see what LA has to offer. He wasn't successful right away either. It wasn't until he met Francois Pinault, who is the father of Francois Henry Pinault of Kering. In 2011, Pinault asked him to make him a few sculptures for a museum that he owns in Venice, and now, whenever you go to Venice, you see this artwork, which is made by Thomas. Art itself is a very subjective topic, and the masses generally don't get it. They kind of get misunderstood by the general public. You have to know the right people. The right people has to appreciate your art, so then people who follow that person, like they're being seen as a tastemaker. So the masses will learn why it's important, so why it's good. So think about Edward Hopper's. His work was great. However, it wasn't until he met his wife and his wife got his work in front of the right people, in front of the museum curators. So we might have never seen his artwork. Van Gogh, he died penniless. It wasn't until the right people saw his artwork and put his stamp of approval, their stamp of approval. Another example, Rick Owens. He makes amazing work, but his success was expedited by the work of Anna Wintour, by Anna helping him put on a show in New York, and then the Kate Moss photo, all of the celebrity wearing his leather jacket. You need to get your artwork in front of the right people. What Farfetch need to do is they need to sponsor me, because I know they just got that big money from the South Korean firm, so it's time to sponsor me. Please. I also found this quote by Rick. So Rick somewhat agreed with my assessment of getting your art in front of the right people, or your art has to be legitimized by the right people. There's a reason tastemakers such as museum curators, music producers such as Rick Rubin exist. Society has agreed that these people have great taste. So whatever they are into, society will look deeper into said item or music or whatever, and they will deem it important because the right people says it is important. I don't normally talk about material first, but with these trousers, we have to. The split is 91% cotton, 6% polyethylene, and 3% rubber. We all know cotton, so what is polyethylene? It is a fabric that is on the light side. The fabric is woven between two outer layers of plasticized coating. These coating contain helpful protection that will elongate the lifespans of the product. It is quick drying, extremely low moisture regain, mildew and insect resistant, chemical resistant, abrasion resistant, sunlight resistant. I can attest to the latter 2 points and we'll talk about it later. And then you get the 3% rubber, which come with the properties such as elasticity, impermeability, stickiness, good insulator too, so to keep you a lot warmer. You add all of this together, you get waxed denim. I think it's meant to mimic leather, not denim though, just my opinion. I am personally not a big fan of the denim feel. It's a bit too restrictive, too stiff, not very malleable. I think they need a bit of elastin in there. The rubber is a bit too stiff for my liking. I have worn these for 1 to 2 months now and I have stretched them out a bit, but they are still tighter than I would like them to be. Also, as a clothing brand, you can only make so many 100% cotton. You just want to experiment, with the blends of the rubber, of the polyethylene, whatever, however you pronounce it. You just want to put something out there that is a bit irregular, that is a bit out there and not just very generic. The waistband is not as stretchy as it normally is. I think it's because of the fabric, the rubber, and possibly polyethylene. It makes them a bit more rigid. They have stretched out a bit because I worn it for a month or two now, but it is not as free as, let's say, my pannier trouser, my creech trousers. They fit me perfectly, if not a bit oversized. I have to tie these drawers in or they will fall down. It's such a weird dichotomy to the slim fitting inseams of the trousers. If I sit up and down too often, my ass crack will inevitably show. Think tabby boots with the white paint.
Oh, hi Mark.
Not a fan of the rise either. It is about 11 to 12 inches. I really hate how short it is. I prefer a 15 to 16 rise. Low rise with the added effect of the slim fitting inseams and the waistband being a bit loose. It's a bit uncomfortable to wear. A lot of design features of these trousers make me not want to wear it as much when compared to my other beautiful trousers. Another flaw of this jogger is the shape. It limits the amount of footwear you can wear with this. In my opinion, they only look good with boots, specifically the Kiss boots and the Luna boots. Decent with other boots, but the Kiss boots, that's the bread and butter. And then the Luna boots as well, because the whole entire hem goes into the boots, which kind of hides the joggerness of it. Very, very unique. It is very hard to find any other pair of pants like this. We've seen knockoff of this from other brand, but Rick is the original. They are interchangeable. At the time of filming this video, I haven't taken the lace out and relaced them to the pentagram that I talked about earlier and adding more laces. I'm not lazy. Amazon fucked up my shipment, so the extra lace hasn't arrived yet. If you look here real quick, you can see that these 3 to 5 laces, they restrict the side-to-side movement a bit, only when you need to stretch hard and far, but generally it doesn't impede on my daily movement. Though unconfirmed, I think these pants were hand looped by the people at Owens Corp. I don't think you can have a machine loop it, so in a way it is one piece. If I'm wrong here, please correct me, but I love this detail so much. I would have gotten these pants much sooner had I worked out my my dislike to jogger shape. So I got over that. I got my Bauhaus jumpsuit, so thank you to the Bauhaus jumpsuit. It made me reevaluate my thinking towards these trousers, so I got it. A few head does turn when I wear these out and about. Okay, something I'm noticing. Women, they tend to have more balls when it comes to coming up to me and talking to me. I've caught a few men just like sneak taking photos of me or just talking among their friends about my trousers. I'm very friendly. I think those men are shy, or maybe I'm too intimidating because I do have a resting bitch face. I understand that. And I do walk with confidence and purpose, so it feels like you shouldn't bother me. I get that. I'm a bit intimidating. It's not a good thing either. I don't want to be intimidating. I'm a fairly friendly guy, so if you ever see me in the street, I don't think that's a problem yet, but if you ever see me in the street, please just say hi to me. It's okay. Like, I'm not gonna be like, shut up, dude, I'm busy. I have 2,000 subscribers on YouTube. Don't talk to me. By the way, the day I get recognized on the street by a stranger from YouTube, the dickhead meter within me, it's gonna be broken beyond repair. Pockets. I actually love the pockets on these trousers. Rick tend to overdo the pocket space when it become a bit of a problem because of how low they sit. For example, on the Bauhaus trouser, they sit right at my knee, which is far too deep. This is thigh length, which is amazing. I never really use pocket though, so it really doesn't matter to me. I carry like 2-3 items of my essential, and even if I do, I have like a tote bag while I'm driving. The back pocket's useless to me, a bit of a problem really when I have to sit on hard surfaces because of the hardware. I mainly use the front pocket just to put my hands in there when I'm bored or if I'm filming B-roll. So if they were to remove the pockets, I wouldn't feel any type of way. It's a functional thing. You just saw the measurement, make your own decision as to how you want your product to fit. I am a natural 32, typically wear 34. These trousers are a 36, yet they're tight on me everywhere but the waistband. If you're asking for my recommendation, I would say go true to size or go true to size or a size bigger or 2 sizes bigger, but never go under, because especially if you have thick thighs or thick legs, I wouldn't recommend you for these at all. They will be extremely uncomfortable. Don't worry about the waist. There's drawstring, you'll be fine. Just worry about the tightness everywhere else. You're most likely going to buy this off Grail or eBay, so ask for measurement around the thighs area and the calves area, because you really want to know how stretched out it is, because it's not the most comfortable. I mean, maybe I say that because I mainly wear wide-legged, so if you're coming from skinny trousers, it will feel somewhat normal to you. These retail for $1,800, which is somewhat steep. However, they have held up nicely in the aftermarket. I've seen a few go for $1,000, $1.2. I've seen a few go for $400 or $500, though I question the authenticity of those pairs. Anyway, these go for roughly 1.2 to 1.5. I've seen some go slightly below, some go slightly higher. I got these for $3K because I felt like I was getting a bit too comfortable with my financial situation. Had too much money, offered him $3K, he accepted it. Now I'm grinding even harder, Life sometimes feels like I'm playing on easy mode, so I just need to put some challenges in front of me. Footwear, they look amazing with the Kiss boots, as I said before. Amazing combo, match made in Satan's ball sacks. I wore this into Boston with a Kiss boot one time, turned a few head. I didn't bring my camera, and I don't really like the quality of my phone when compared to my Lumix, so on day where I'm just going to de-stress and relax, I don't really enjoy bringing my camera and filming, because I have set days for shooting B-roll, I have set days for shooting A-roll, so shooting on location is also hard. I have to carry a lot of stuff and walk a certain way for that particular shot. Anyway, footwear, they look terrible with my sneakers. Boots only, please. Other than the Kiss boots, they look amazing with my Luna Tractor boots because of the jogger like him. They fit right into the boots. I've done that look a few times in the past. It's just beautiful combination. A bit of an overstimulation outfit with all of the crazy laces in the pants and the boots, but it works in my opinion. Let me know what pair you think looks best with these trousers. With regard to tops, they don't particularly look that good with crop because of the rise is on the shorter end. I mean, they look okay, but not as good as some of my other high-rise trousers. You know how I am, black and white unique little tee with no graphic. These pants are somewhat new to my closet. I don't own a lot of white trousers. I own the banana pants, but since those are high-rise, it's a different animal for me. These Thomas pants, it's not the easiest pants to wear. My love for high-rise really make me look at these pants with a bit of disdain. I tried to wear it with my Klaus jacket, if you can see here. They look okay. I don't know how to feel about the exposed undershirt. Let me know what you think. I haven't worn that outfit out yet. It's been a bit too cold to wear with that jacket out. It's not the warmest of jacket, but overall it's a cool jacket to own. My closet, it is not that exciting, so I do apologize for that. I see these influencers and YouTubers with their crazy amount of different aesthetics. One day they can do normcore, one day they can do dadcore, one day they can do Balenciaga look, Fatmon look, Rick Owens looks, Dior look, With my closet, once you see one of my outfits, you've seen all of my closet. So I do apologize for that. I'm at a stage in my life where I'm done experimenting. I know what I like. My closet is very focused. So I do apologize for the lack of variety in the B-roll, because the goal of the B-roll is to help you guys to visualize how these pair of pants would look into your wardrobe. So I need to get better in the future. I need to get different type of trousers, and at the moment off the top of my head, I need a few more denim look just to show you what they would look like. Beautiful pair of pants though. Not the most practical, man. That low rise really fucked up my whole mood. What else? Let's not do the usual outro. If you got any questions with regard to sizing, send me a formal email. I will not answer any DM. I want an intro, meat of the email, and a proper outro where you profess your love for me. Otherwise, I will not answer your email. My name is Makasy324@gmail.com. See you next week. Bye bye, Alex. Bye bye, mother.